damage, property destruction, property damage, property destruction.
Coloro che erano venuti qui per manifestare pacificamente il loro dissenso non abbiano potuto farlo pacificamente perché elementi dediti quasi professionalmente o con la vocazione alla violenza.
Property damage is not violent. You can't violate a building or a window or something like that. It's very different to us than a question of violence. That isn't violent unless you're advocating attacking individuals, which we do not do.
The elite class was sort of panicking, after Seattle especially. So they sort of were looking for the reason. And the only name you can point at was Johan Söderberg.
If you're looking for a mind behind the movement, it's definitely Johan Söderberg. He has written this one book, basically saying that in order to save the world, we have to go back to Stone Age. And the way to get there is to destroy the industries and everything.
I find it kind of curious or strange that I've been called the architect of the tactic of property damage or the black bloc kind of activity. That certainly isn't true.
Söderberg lives a very, very modest life. And for example, for a long time, his only income, he was making money by giving his own blood.
We're trying to encourage the questioning, just the questioning. Why do people go out there and try to protest or try to, do something? That isn't mindless violence. The mindlessness is sitting there doing dope, watching MTV, and then you go and get a job and you just schlep along. To me, that's violent. There's more and more signs everywhere that the life of consumerism is really not a satisfying life.
Let the terrorists achieve the objective of frightening our nation to the point where people don't shop. Where people don't shop.
The will to consume terrorizes you. We're terrorized into being consumers. We have the freedom to choose between brand A and brand B and brand C. That's about it for freedom.
We cannot let the terrorists achieve the objective of frightening our nation to the point where we don't conduct business. Where people don't shop.
Yeah, I think there's too much stuff to constantly work and constantly consume. It's madness. It's destroying everything, and it just has to go. I see very little that's worth preserving. I see no value or health in maintaining the system. And to get all these things, it is a matter of coercion after all. People are forced to be in the mines and on the assembly lines. And without that, without these things, you don't have all this stuff. You don't have a world of things that we're supposed to strive after all of our lives. I don't think there's anyone who seriously embraces it, but the inertia carries it forward. It has to be stopped. It has to be destroyed.
Deambulan por las calles y reciben el veneno constante de la publicidad comercial, sembrando sueños, ilusiones y ansias de consumos imposibles.
We will have a new world. When people don't shut up, we will have a new world. When people don't shut up. When people don't shut up. When people don't shut up.
The will to consume terrorizes you. The will to consume terrorizes you. The will to consume terrorizes you.
You know that I think that young people today don't have any future. I think everybody in the world now can feel the power of these large multinational corporations who are really starting to rule the world. These large multinational corporations spending $400 billion a year trying to sell us fast food and trying to sell us cars, then of course that has a huge impact on us. The 30-second television spot is, I think, the most powerful piece of communication that human beings have ever come up with. You are sitting there in your chair, passive, nothing to say, and outside there's some smart people who are producing fantastic television shows and commercials. And they are the powerful producers of information and producers of meaning. And you are the passive consumer of that meaning. And that meaning isn't even good meaning, it's mostly propaganda or consumer culture. And then you think that happiness means to buy more and more, and at Christmas time especially, let's go out into the malls, let's go out into the malls, let's go out into the malls and really buy stuff, you know.
The customer can choose a body type and head type, first of all. Then they choose the color of the skin, the kind of makeup, including the lip color and the how much eyeshadow and how much eyeliner. They choose the eye color, the hair color, the hairstyle. So, you know, fingernails, pretty much everything, they can pick exactly what they want.